So when you're trying to show something off and it like malfunctions, is it a little bit embarrassing?
Yeah, definitely.
So the last thing you want is someone filming it. Now, I'm genuinely interested. Is this what somewhere like the Highways Agency control rooms would have?
Yep.
So here we are in McDonald's. We're just going on our special trip to somewhere special, which you'll find out later. But you know, PJ always wears shorts, so there he is. But today, because we're going somewhere special, he's brought his trousers with him. Well, they're actually jeans, aren't they, PJ?
They are.
And how long has it been since you wore a pair of jeans before?
Apart from my son's wedding, 7 years since I wore trousers.
Wow, so it must be a special place we're going to today. So off he goes to the toilet, and the next time we'll see you is when you've got your legs covered.
Yeah.
So do the walk of shame then.
It's going to be scary, isn't it?
Off he goes. So here he comes, the man in black. Wow, the world exclusive PJ with trousers on. How does it feel?
Strange.
Is it?
Very strange.
Do you think you're going to get a bit hot now in there? Well,
the stretch ones, so they're quite comfy.
The stretch ones, are they? Let's have a close up. Oh yeah, look at the stitching, everybody. Look.
Yeah,
only
cheap ones from Mathalan.
Only the best for PJ. Right, well, we better carry on our journey then, PJ, eh?
Yeah, I mean, is it 10 quid worth spending on there?
Is that how much they cost? 10 quid?
Yeah.
Bargain. Where are they from?
They're from Primark.
Ooh, I love that shop. Right, well, let's just hope there's not a load of people wearing shorts where we're going then, eh?
I hope not.
So we just got off the bus. And we're already being papped. But these are the official NEC staff. Oh, are you national?
Fire safety. Yeah, well, we're going to see if we can find all the security equipment so we can go and rob people later.
Some people that say our videos are like casing the joint, because we just stand outside to see if they respect our right to film in public.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like an auditor. He's called PJ Audits and I'm called DJ Audits on YouTube.
Oh, sweet.
We've got like 30,000 subscribers.
Oh, cool, man.
So yeah, but our equipment ain't as good as yours. I love your gimbal there.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Wow, look at that.
The problem with it is you get it all balanced up and then you zoom out and it goes out of balance.
It affects the balance a little bit. I tend to balance it halfway and then
Can you...
too bad.
Ronin, they were only about 400 quid then, aren't they?
Wow.
I think this one was a little bit more than that. I think it's close to the 800.
Yeah, it's just a slightly smaller one. But Ronin, they're brilliant, they're the best ones you can get.
Yeah. But can you imagine if you stood and did the same thing with this? People would laugh at you, wouldn't they? Still does 4K though. I bet that goes higher than 4K, doesn't it?
4K, but higher like bit rate.
Higher bit rate.
Yeah. Ah, nice to meet you.
So, G, lads, have a good day.
I think he just wants to get a little bit of a 10-second here.
What's that?
He said, "Fact, nice to meet you."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's always appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
So, how come you've got this job then?
So, we work for a company and we're doing coverage for fire alarm.
Alright, what company do you work for?
We work for 7 Video.
Oh, 7 Video?
Yeah.
Alright, when the job's going?
Do you put it online at all, your stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on our clients, really.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, we got to get cracking on it. So appreciate you guys.
Yeah, see my gimbals. What?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that.
Thanks for showing us your kit.
Hey, no, it's all. Let's take it easy.
So here we are, we've arrived at the NEC and we're going to have a look inside at this security event. Sounds very interesting, doesn't it, PJ?
Oh, it certainly does, mate. Definitely.
And there's a big board about it. The Safety and Security Event Series from the 5th to the 7th of April. And we are at the NEC in Birmingham, dedicated to improving the safety and security of people, places and assets. So, oh, that's interesting as well over there, look. A nice climbing Bear Grylls adventure. Woo! So yeah, the nature of our work, it sort of overlaps with the security industry. We meet quite a lot of security guards, don't we? And we comment on security weaknesses. So we thought this would be a brilliant place to come just to have a look to see what inventions are new. So let's go and have a look. And here we are, the security event. Quite a busy lobby, loads of different entrances. You've got the health and safety event over there. So, let's do it. So this is interesting. Luminart, perimeter detection specialists. So we always go on about these infrared lasers that are being making some sort of barrier around these business premises that we see. But these are like PIR cameras, a wireless 4G PIR camera. So you don't need no wires. It talks itself to the cellular network, and it's powered by solar panel as well. And it's actually got an external speaker on it, so it can alert any intruder, and it can all be monitored remotely by an app. So we're getting up close now to these. We don't normally get as close as this, but you can see the aerial at the top, and there'll be a speaker somewhere at the bottom. I presume that's a microphone as well, just there. Do you know that Genesis 1, has it got an external speaker on it?
No.
All right.
Oculi does. Oculi is a wireless PIR camera that you can fit an external speaker to.
All right, this one here?
Yeah.
Oh, but it don't come standard with an external speaker.
No.
All right.
You want to look at here. So it goes through. You connect the speaker through here.
I've got you. So the optional solar panel and the optional speaker.
Yeah, exactly.
Got you.
Exactly.
So as standard then, does it have a microphone on it?
No.
Right.
No.
It just simply senses movement through the PIR sensor.
And sends you footage straight away to your mobile phone, which you view. But it's battery operated, so it's standalone.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be cabled in or anything.
Yeah, standalone, and obviously with the solar panel that's crucial then, because the battery won't last for long, will it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the UK, we're getting enough sun to power this all year round?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So at what voltage does it take? Or is that a bit too...
It's battery operated.
Yeah.
So it's got 2 lithium D cells. You can run
12 volt?
You can run it off a 12 volt supply as
Right.
well.
So it'll be 12 volt lithium battery then, will it?
Yeah.
Right.
No, the lithium batteries are 3.6 volt.
How many?
There's 2 of those.
Oh, right, okay.
2 3.6 volt lithium batteries.
So
but you can power it through a 12 volt power supply
so
as well.
7.2 is enough, 12 volt, and then you just need to have enough voltage provided by the solar panel. Right, okay.
Yes.
Okay, and when it senses something, what's the delay from it being recorded on the app?
If you're viewing it, because you can view this in a number of definitions, but in VGA you're getting the footage in about 20 seconds.
Right, okay, so it's just view only, it's not record?
It's got a motion detector, and as soon as it senses motion, it starts. They're 15 frames stitched together as a 7-second video.
Got ya. Okay. So as soon as it senses motion, it starts recording.
Yeah.
And you can also view it live on the app. You'll get a notification pop up. Oh, right, okay.
You can view live. You can have live streaming if you're using the solar panel.
Right, but without the solar panel, it's just...
Yeah, you're going to drain the batteries in a couple of days.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And does it have an internal memory at all, SD card or anything?
There's no SD card in it, no. But everything is stored in the cloud.
In the cloud, yeah. That makes sense, yeah, brilliant. It's not very often you see a standalone one like this with the external speaker.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm glad I've seen it. Thank you very much. I'll add it to the video.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Then. Do you want me to... Do you want to take some information or...
I've got it all.
Okay,
yeah.
all right then.
I'm recording everything I see, and the most interesting things that I spot I'll piece together for my video.
Okay,
We're just on YouTube, Djaudits.
Okay, all right.
Right, thank you so much. Thank you. And that is, I'll take this, yeah? That's the Oculi LO15 HD 4GEU. First interesting thing of the day. And it's with the WebEye app. LED video wall displays. You can imagine a big control centre, can't you? With loads of different CCTV cameras on a big screen like this. And that's how it's made. You've got little individual units all bolted together, which forms what looks like to be all one piece. But if you look closely, you can see the joins just there, look. And all these tiny little LEDs that make up a screen as big as you like. You can see how they've removed one of the screens here to show you what's behind it. So if you've ever wanted to know, that's what's behind. And you'll be watching loads of cameras live on your big screen, make them as big and small as you like. You don't see that every day, do you? And here's a smaller version. So you can see that in the highways England, or national highways as it's called now, imagine loads of these along the wall, all watching all the live cameras. And that's what you don't want to see when cameras start doing that. Do you know how it keeps flickering? Is that for is that on purpose?
Now he's trying to fix it.
Oh, right, okay. Because are you trying to show off the display wall today?
I do control consoles. So.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to show something off and it like malfunctions, is it a little bit embarrassing?
Yeah.
So the last thing you want is someone filming it. Now, I'm genuinely interested. Is this what somewhere like the Highways Agency control rooms would have?
Yeah.
And like fire, like big security control centres, police headquarters?
Yeah. I'm just selling the furniture. So we're,
Sorry?
yeah, we sell the consoles, not the screen. So I'm just trying to sort this out for a moment.
Oh, are you not Winstead?
I am Winstead, yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Are you a part of this store, are you?
Yeah. So there's three of us on here. Winstead do the tables, the desks.
Oh, do they? Sorry,
Yeah,
I was
that's
asking the
right.
wrong person.
I know. Unilumen do the LED, and then DataPath, I do the video wall controller that sits behind and puts the data onto there.
So, Unilumen. So, Unilumen are the ones that are having the embarrassing malfunction at the minute. An exhibition where you're trying to sell the product. Is that right?
Well, he's not here, so.
Oh, the guy who can fix it's not here.
Wait, no, I'm trying to fix it for
Oh,
him.
right. Okay. So, how many actual pieces are joined together there?
Well, there's different products there. So although it's LED, some of them are that size. If you look,
Yeah, I noticed the gap.
Yeah, so some of that size, and some of them are like the back of that desk there, are that size.
Even tiny ones.
Yeah. So if you look there, they have come off there. Look, so we can show people what it looks like.
So 4 of them in that little square.
We've got a few more than 4 actually. Yeah.
Right.
All of these ones here, so
Right.
they make up that. So yeah, which is great because if there's a failure, you're only changing a small part of it rather than the whole lot.
Yeah, it looks like that's more of the feed. That's not the display. That's the feed, ain't it?
So this is the LED controller behind it that's rebooting basically. So it's remembered its previous setting before it went down, and it's now trying to catch back up.
Right.
So I just need to essentially go back and give it a reboot. Hopefully.
Yeah. It's quite bright, ain't it?
That's turned up very bright
Yeah.
because of how light it is in
So
here.
you've
If
chosen.
you look around here.
Do you know? Sometimes I'm seeing these very bright signs at the side of roads now,
Yeah.
advertising. Do you also do them outdoor versions?
DataPath, I don't know because Unilumen would do that. I don't know if they do outdoor versions. I know
Right.
some companies doing that. That one there, similar product, but that's with the brightness turned down to a more manageable level that you would actually look at it.
So I see how that's connected to Windows computer. Would that be some sort of rich person's computer screen?
That one would probably be a very rich person's TV.
TV? Wow.
So they do that in 3 sizes. That's the smallest size.
Go on. That's got to be some sort of 200-inch bloody.
I can't remember what size they are. Is it 130? I can't remember. Unilumen would
massive.
tell you, yeah. But they go, bigger.
So any of my viewers then that are watching this that want some sort of extremely large solution for their TV or computer, who would sell it?
So this stuff is actually the Unilumen stuff is available, but from Unilumen. They've got an office in Brentford.
Okay.
The guy there, Darren, he's the main man to talk to.
So Unilume LED video wall displays. If they've got more money than sense and they want a screen like that, then that's the company to approach, is it?
Perfect.
And if it malfunctions like that, what's the sort of warranty period?
Don't know, you'd have to ask Unilume.
Right, okay.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's not my bag.
Because you're seeing more and more worries about technology failing, aren't you? So, like with cars, for example, and then they've said, some of them says, well, we'll give you a 7-year warranty. Do you see you offering longer warranties to instill confidence?
I mean, so in our world, we're being DataPath, we offer various warranties depending on what you want and different services depending on what you want. With the LED, I bet they will have different warranty levels, but also because it's smaller squares, you can just take a number of spares that are easy to swap anyway, and you can literally swap one of them within a couple of minutes at the most.
So the smallest cluster of squares then, are those cluster of LEDs, are they?
Yeah, they're all LEDs. Yeah.
Just give me a rough price for the smallest one.
I couldn't.
Okay.
I don't,
So
unfortunately not.
you mentioned Unilumen and your DataPath.
Yep.
What did DataPath do?
So we build the video wall controller that delivers the content to that. So Unilumen see that as one big screen. You can put a piece of content on there. DataPath say that's a canvas, and you can put in lots of content on there. So you can have one thing full screen, the football, whatever it might be, or you can split that into whatever you want canvas and put whatever you want wherever you want to have. I don't know.
So you could have your CCTV cameras in the left square, you could have your TV on the right square,
and
whereas
internet at the top with later refreshing to
your baby camera upstairs in the bottom.
Exactly,
So
yeah,
you're
all
actually
of that.
piecing all the different feeds together and sending it to the screen.
Exactly.
I've got you. That's interesting. So that's DataPath then, that does the actual...
Video processing, we call it.
yeah, that's great. Well, I didn't know that today, so thank you for your time.
No worries at all.
Thank
Have
you
a
so
good one.
much. Thank you.
Take care.
That's interesting. So we've got the big screen there being provided by Unilumen, and these guys are involved in actually sending the data from different feeds to it. Amazing. I've learned something new today.
EIRs and all that kind of stuff.
So while you're here, right, I did notice you actually make a product that will sense vehicle movement above ground.
That's right, yes.
That's quite unusual, isn't it?
It is, yeah, I guess it is, yeah. Because most of the time we were digging up the floor, digging up driveways, digging up roads, and the idea behind that is to kind of stop that happening, stop the disruption.
Poor hygiene, it says. I shouldn't be touching pens, it's poor hygiene.
Oh, the pens, yeah. We try and get a pen from each one as a souvenir. So no digging up the ground,
Yes.
no obvious security feature there. Would a thief actually see your product?
They would see it, yeah. It would be mounted out of sight somewhere, yeah, but...
Would it be highlighted, the fact that it's there as a deterrent, or would it be sort of
No, it's
covert?
really the reason behind it is for gates and barriers and things like that. So it's not
So you'd have an unmanned barrier.
yeah, exactly that, yeah.
And
So
this
the-
equipment that would pick up
Yeah,
a
when you
vehicle
think,
approaching.
Yeah, when you think in car parks when they collect their ticket, most of the detection sensing is underneath the floor.
Right.
So if something goes wrong with it, you've got to dig up that and create all this disruption. The idea behind the OVS vehicle detector is that you don't need that. It's mounted on the ticket machine perhaps,
Right.
and then that's it. There's no disruption. It works.
Have you got one that you can show us?
Yes.
Well, there you go. This is good.
So it's called an OVS.
So there we go. Got the version 1 and then the newest version 2, which is, well, it hasn't been released yet. It's very, very new.
So you're telling me, right, when I see something like that, that's not actually detecting people movement.
No, that's the whole point behind it. So you can see it here, up here. So she would,
That just cars.
yeah, exactly.
So people can walk up to the gate.
Yeah, and it's not going to open. So if you've got that on a residential house, someone walks up to it, the gate's not going to open.
So your dog running around in the garden is not going to open the gate and
That's the good thing about the Optex detection is that it only detects people.
So
how can it detect vehicles or react to vehicles and not the people?
It's the material within the car. So the ferrous material is the thing that...
Right, so the magnetism that comes off the car.
Yeah, so it's done on reflections.
Yeah, it senses the electronics and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because you've got all sorts of things. You've got alternators, computers.
Exactly, yeah.
And it picks that up. Right.
So, do you know, say, like if I was a thief, right, and I wanted to open the gate, but I don't want to be in a vehicle. Say, for example, if I threw a barrel of beer, an empty barrel of beer over, would the mass of the metal trick that into thinking it's a vehicle?
No.
Okay, what would trick the sensor into believing it's a vehicle?
Only a vehicle. That's
Right.
the whole point behind it. Yeah. So a massive people wouldn't either, because
Yeah.
it's not got the ferrous materials in it. The reflection, it's going to give off different reflections.
Would you agree that the ferrous material would be in a beer barrel?
Possibly. But
So say like a trailer full of beer barrels, yeah, to get a really massive ferrous material, would that maybe do it?
it may well do. Yeah. If you could throw that over the fence.
Do you know what I mean though? So we're trying to think of
Think of a way. Yeah.
look at all the great products. Would that only work gates, or would it actually alert a security control room that somebody's present, a vehicle has just moved in a certain area?
No, you look at other solutions. That.
All right, okay. So you have got other sensors that will alert control rooms that intruders are around.
Exactly. Well, that's
So you've got internal ones there for in the factories and offices and things, haven't you?
Yeah. So we've got the internal ones which are around here. The internal ones there, and we've got the external detection PIRs which are around here with the pedigree.
Right.
We've got the LiDAR one up here, which is very sort of promoted in museums and things like that. Just where we're sort of doing the whole Mona Lisa thing. That's sort of zones and verticals.
So you know these PIRs? Really slow. And it doesn't set the PIR. How factual is that? Is that true, or is that just TV nonsense?
Yeah, I mean, it's, with the Mission Impossible stuff and the lasers.
Yeah.
I mean, there's possibly the whole reason behind these are dual tech, so they've got different layers of detection. That's why, for instance, the external ones, dogs wouldn't trigger it, or foxes running around the gardens, because it's got 2 levels of detection.
Yeah.
They have to both be triggered. So a human walking through it, a dog would run under the top level one.
Yeah, it's really good. You haven't got to have all the groundwork issues. It's just standalone, easy to install. Do you provide the maintenance ongoing as well, or?
That's done from the installer.
Yeah.
So we would supply to installers. We would offer site surveys of that. We don't just say, there's the product, off away you go.
Right.
Anything goes wrong, we're always there. We've got a tech team, things like that to help support us.
And where are Optech's based then?
It's a Japanese company. Japanese owned 40 years, but we are the EMEA. We're based in Maidenhead.
Maidenhead, right. Okay. Thank you very much. And your products are available to view and buy online, are they?
Not online, no.
Just make the contact through there and you deal.
Through distribution.
Right. Well, thank you very much. Your name was?
My name's Matt.
Matthew.
Do you
Pleasure talking to you.
Scanners?
I do, yeah.
I love getting scanned.
So yeah, what we've got, and they can stay in touch, and they can also remember who they spoke to. And this guy said he's going to subscribe later on. So there you go, PJ.
I hope he's going to subscribe to both of us.
We've got at least 2 subscribers today now. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, another friendly Optrex salesman told us a little bit about his products there. Basically, sensing the intruder, or using sensors in a way where you won't have to dig up the ground and put your sensor underneath. So we've seen that before, but I believe that was for any movement. But now we know it only picks up vehicles, because it's only looking for mass of ferrous material. And we asked him the question there about how do you overcome it, how do you get by it with like a cluster of beer barrels or something like that. But even if there is a way, it's not going to give it out to a member of the public, are they? So yeah, very interesting. So they really are selling and displaying everything here. We've even got CCTV poles, columns, towers, camera mounting brackets and accessories. Who would have thought that there's actually a market for just the tower, just the column? And you can see here, this one, we've noticed a winch before where they can actually lower it down. But I can't see the actual hinge on that one. You can clearly see the winch and the separate parts on that as it would lower down. Matey, do you know the winch on the one at the end?
Yes.
What's it actually operating?
So the whole thing at the top. The whole thing.
Oh, right. That would slide down
Correct.
on its own,
Yeah.
leaving the pole there?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. That's interesting.
It travels up and down. You see them on highways, side of the motorway, etc. You've got a little cable, you've got a little lever inside. You've got a little lever here, which, can you see the yellow thing at the top? That
Oh yeah.
cuts that in, and then you just drill it down.
Right, so the lever actually pulls the yellow pin in,
Correct.
and then you would manually turn that, would you?
Not drill operated.
Oh, drill operated, right.
And it'll come, carries down.
Right, okay. And obviously taking it up's a little bit harder, is it?
No, exactly the same concept. So you drill it back up.
Yeah, does
it back up, pop your lever in, pops the yellow bit out, and then you bring it back down very slightly, and it sits on the lever.
So you could potentially, if you did have a hand version, like a backup, do you have like a backup
Yeah,
version?
you can have a manual handle as a backup
Yeah.
version, yeah.
Would it be harder to put it back up? It's got like a gear ratio in it?
No, it's not sort of gravity. You're not fighting against the weight. It's as easy to take up as it is to bring
Oh,
down.
right, okay. So
Because
yes,
of the pulley cables inside.
yeah. So the sort of ratio from large to small, like a bike gear.
Exactly,
Yeah, like
exactly that.
first gear. Yeah.
Exactly that.
So I noticed that these. Now you've explained that one. This one's obvious.
Yeah.
What about the pulley in this one, or don't it have a pulley?
Which one's this?
Like this one here, because they've all got access points, haven't they?
Yeah,
But
so these are fixed poles. These ones don't come down.
fixed, right?
If you take a look round at this one now. So this is a tilt over just a fixed. This is more. So that if that's highways, this is more what you'd see in a car park.
Yeah.
Your traditional day to day. So it's a manual winch that sits in the winch mount there, and your cables come through there. Take a look round the back. It fixes onto these here.
Right, so it's an external mounted winch that would go there that you buy separately from yourselves, or?
Correct.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
And that is just a manual. There's no drill option on there. It's just a manual winch.
Yeah. And this would have on the top of it a camera or a light?
Camera, light, whatever.
Would that sort of mount be wasted on a light? Or?
Yes. Because these are designed for minimal camera shake. It's used from thicker steel, so obviously the cost is increased. Because the ultimate aim when you've got a camera on is for it not to move around. Lights, you don't have that specific requirement, so they are made from lesser material.
Yeah. So of all the poles that you've got here then, the ones that are made for lights, are they actually on display, or?
We only do the CCTV poles.
Oh, right, okay.
You can put lighting on.
Yeah.
But to go back to your previous point, it would be wasted putting a light on there. You'd buy a light pole.
So when people are actually looking at all the different options then and making their decision, what would sway them into a solid pole rather than one that looks like a bit of festival
I would
mountain?
Say aesthetics.
Aesthetics, cost?
Whichever. Cost. With these, you see these, do you know with time lapse?
Time lapse?
Yeah, so these are good for time lapse because you fix these to the base. It comes apart from here, so you can take the tower from side to side to side to side and just buy the base and just replace the base on every side.
So it
depends on the requirement. That would sway you towards that if you've got a time lapse. You wouldn't put one of these in the time lapse because you can, like I say, you can remove them. They're 2 metre sections, so you can just chuck them in the van. So it is an easier application with those.
Yeah, so that's more portable. If you've got a big constructor that's making like a big project and they want to do time lapse and they want to move it from site to site.
Also, one more option is if it's sort of seaside, if there's a lot of wind.
Right, yeah.
Because there's less surface area, it'd be more. That may be more suited to the seaside. Project.
I suppose if the wind did catch that at the right angle, would it whistle? And therefore it may not be suitable for wind because it provides a whistle maybe, if you put it on the seaside.
I don't think it would.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that something you've never been asked?
No, you've thrown me there.
Can you imagine though, like how whistles work?
Just a very gentle,
And this sort of thing, right? You know, the planning department, they think of everything, don't they? They'll be like, oh, you can't have those because those whistle near to residential.
That's it. That's it.
So we go round industrial areas and we overlap our videos. We're YouTubers, and we sort of stand outside of industrial estates, premises, filming in public, and we see and comment on anything interesting. Sometimes we get interactions. I mean, every interaction here is going to be great, but sometimes they want to know what we're doing. We don't want you filming here, it's uncomfortable for us, blah blah blah. You can't do this, you can't do that. So we're always seeing security related products. And now we're going to be educated a little bit more about it today. So I now know that these poles that are suitable for cameras, what the winches do, how it's operated, why people choose one type to another. The people that want to learn a bit more about the product, I'm going to include, what is it, WEC? And where are you based?
In Blackburn in Lancashire.
Blackburn, Lancashire. And you got a website where they can see all your products, have you? Right, okay. Right, well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
It's been very pleasant. Thank you.
Take care.
So there you go. What a lovely guy. Didn't ask, why do you want to know all this? We will take his brochure and we'll show you this. And as you saw, WEC CCTV. Do the poles, the columns, the towers, and the mounting brackets. And there you go. If you wanted to know how they bring the camera down, we now understand it. What a pleasant guy, eh? Amazing. So we noticed earlier this WebEye Limited, we have people using their app for their products, but I'll just ask this gentleman, are you actually WebEye itself?
Yes.
So would you hold the rights to the app
Yes.
that other products are using, aren't they?
Yes.
So rather than create their own app, they've had permission from you guys to use yours, have they?
Depending on what solutions they've got, whether it's CCTV or alarm systems, usually we can receive alarms through to it.
So I'll give you an example. That one there, for example.
The Oculi,
That one there that we saw earlier, guys. We noticed that they're using the WebEye app to view basically their cameras. But have you guys done the investment into the app and created it?
Yes. Yeah, it's literally our own platform. So it started off as a platform. The applications came afterwards. So it's a web cloud-based platform.
Yeah, it's great.
Receive our alarms through to, and the application basically uses the same platform.
So what would you get out of them using your app?
So obviously we manage all the servers. So obviously all the.
So they've
For
had to.
example, the Oculi, the alarms come through to our servers. So you haven't got to worry about getting your own servers for like the initial setup costs or anything like that.
So basically, the Luminati would be paying you a fee to use your servers and your app.
Not necessarily. So we've done all the server setup and everything at our own cost. And obviously you pay like a monthly subscription for having your Oculi on the WebEye platform.
Oh, I've got you. Okay, so you've left it open and say, right, guys, if you want to use us, but the customers that want to view it will be paying us a subscription.
Yes.
I've got you. So in essence, then you want as many people to use it as possible.
Exactly.
That's great.
And the thing is, with WebEye as well, the users are free. So all you're paying for is that Oculi being on WebEye. So if you've got a security installer that wants to receive alarms on the app, and your client as well as the client's boss, whoever needs the application can essentially have a user on the platform and they can receive signals from it.
Right, okay.
Whether it be Oculi, CCTV, video feed, our new system that's coming out, it's literally anything.
So if I have one WebEye app and I've paid one fee per month, I can have as many cameras linked to that as I want?
Yes.
Right, that's brilliant to know. So are you doing like standalone cameras then for empty warehouses and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And
so we specialise in battery operated rapid deployable solutions. As well as obviously having our own platform as well as. But we do distribution, supply as well as the platform as well.
So where you see people saying this site is monitored by X, really they could get rid of that. They could have one of your mobile solutions. What is it, solar powered all the time, is it?
Yeah, either solar powered, mains powered, however you need it. So it's literally customised to however you want the solution.
And they could set up a zone. When somebody goes in that, it would then notify them instantly on the app?
Yes.
Yeah? What sort of delay? 5 seconds?
If that.
Yeah.
It depends what you're using. If it's obviously a battery operated system like the alarm system, obviously the modems need to power up, connect to a network, etc. Sometimes it can be 10 to 30 seconds.
Right.
If it's got constant internet using a 4G router, within seconds.
Right, okay. And to have the ability to actually warn them from the app, you can say, you're on camera, go away, something like that.
Yep.
Once you've pressed the button on the app for it to transmit that sound, are we talking another 5 seconds or?
Roughly, if that.
Obviously, that sort of capability, could that still be powered by solar panels?
Yes.
Right.
I mean, you've got that built into these cameras here.
Right.
So this tower setup here, the cameras have actually got built-in audio. So and through WebEye, you get the alarm from, let's say, analytics on the camera. And on WebEye, you literally initiate the two-way audio, and you're literally speaking, whether it's through your phone, through the browser with a headset, whatever.
Yeah. Well, obviously, the camera side of things is getting more popular. We can get notifications, we can view it. But the actual speaking and warning people, you're moving into like a Ring doorbell sort of thing. But this is more sort of industrial, very loud.
At the end of the day, we do solutions for however you need it. So
Yeah.
So the mast there, that's more for the wireless cameras. So obviously, you've got the CCTV tower, wireless camera mast. So whatever solutions you need, obviously we do it end to end. So we do the support for it, platform, literally everything. So.
Well, the area of industry that we cover, it's sort of warehouses, large businesses. So I'm seeing more of that sort of speaker version. And it did cross my mind whether it's just wired into the building where they've got the cameras, if they've got security, or whether it is a remote solution as well. And we don't see many people when sites are closed. We don't see many of those being activated.
So I mean, that sort of solution there, that's just a standard 12-volt wired speaker.
Right.
So that is actually wired directly into the camera.
Right.
And the audio output of the camera. So again, you speak through WebEye, you can go through that horn speaker right there.
So it's only 12-volt powered.
Yeah. Obviously, the power draw on it is minimal, so it's literally going to be drawing from the box at the bottom. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting, mate. It's definitely something that people can consider, rather than hiring this mobile patrol that costs a fortune to go round at night. You could literally.
I mean, that's obviously what we specialise in: vacant properties, construction sites. Literally, as you can see from the backboards.
Yeah, it's great to it opens your eyes to other things coming to these sort of places. So thank you so much, and I'll include this on my video. I'm YouTube djaudits if you wanted to know.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
So I did find that quite interesting actually, because there's a lot of people paying for these security patrols, and you could actually get rid of it. You could put cameras on your weak points and get notified, and actually verbally deter them yourself. Guys, you're on camera. If you've got any real business here, just say it, because I can hear you, or please leave, or the police will be called. And that might be enough, and it's instant. You know, it's actually better than having a routine patrol. So there you go, another very interesting exhibition that we spotted. We see fancy cameras, but that is something else. And look, when you work at an exhibition, this is what you get to do. Not a bad job, eh? Is there a reason for the games console, or is it just for interaction?
Just interaction, gives people something to have a play around, as say, breaks up a little bit of the day as you're walking around. There's a prize for the best time, so, you know.
Who's got the best time so far, yourself?
Well, I don't know actually this one. I'm just trying to set the sort of standard lap for it to go, so then, there we go. So then it gives people a target to aim for. So
are you challenging me then?
Crack on, here we go.
Yeah?
Go on, let's have a go.
Right, guys, I'm going to see if I can beat. What time am I trying to beat? 1:45.93. There you go. So I'll bring you back. Let's see what score I can get, what time I can get. So the video is now 38 minutes long, so we don't like to make these videos too long. So I'll cut this video here. Join us tomorrow to find out if I did beat the guy's time, and to find out what other interesting things we found. And yes, there was a stall run by the SIA. So you can imagine what questions we asked them, can't you? So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4 PM if you can make it. Bye-bye for now.